Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another reaction video for today, and I thought this sounded interesting. I'm interested. This is the Wacky World of Smiling Friends merch from Oscar Byrne. Shoutouts. Link in the description, of course. Let's give you one of those where they talk about it and they show it and they say, "Hey, look, I want that Mr. Boss. He looks terrifying. Perfect. They got it's the perfect likeness." Anyway, I want. You know what? Considering I'm losing my hair, I'm gonna be Mr. Boss. Eventually, I'm gonna turn into Mr. Boss. I'm gonna lose the weight. I'm gonna lose the hair. And I'm gonna wear a suit. I'm gonna have a big ass nose. And I'm gonna get the gray, the Mr. Fantastic gray streaks in my hair. I'm gonna be Mr. Boss. I'm gonna do it. That's my goal in life now. Anyway, so let's get to it. Let's check this out. Let's go. Link in the description. 3, 2, 1, play.
Guys, if Smiling Friends ever has Funko Pops, break them with a hammer and send us videos, please.
Smiling Friends is an adult swim series that had its
Please have Funko Pops. I won't break on camera.
pilot premiere back on April 1st, 2020,
yeah.
and the full series
So
officially released in 2022. Yep. Fast forward to today, and the show has now had 3 whole seasons, and has become Adult Swim's current second biggest series. Rick and Morty is still the
number one
show they have.
Fuck Rick and Morty.
However, that popularity is seemingly starting to dwindle. If you look at the Google Trends graph, each new season's release gets a lower amount of searches. Smiling
look like season 8 about the same.
Friends is definitely their biggest show of the 2020s.
Oh yeah, however, I'll say right here, Smiling Friends is better than Rick and Morty ever has been. And I used to love Rick and Morty. I'm sorry, Smiling Friends is better.
There's a problem. There isn't enough plastic shit for me to consume. Yes, Smiling Friends has had a significant lack of merch given its popularity, especially back in 2022 to 2024. Many fans really want more merch for the show, and in recent times, more stuff has actually begun to release. And I reckon at any point now, we'll be seeing hundreds of Pim Funko Pops flooding GameStop. Anyway, let's go over the things that have released.
Crush them with a hammer. No, well, Funko, we'll see if Funko even lasts that long.
Starting all the way back in 2022. Season 1 released in full on January 9th, and the first pieces of merch for the series would actually release the same year on November 15th, 2022. These were various made-to-print items that were available to purchase from the Adult Swim page on Amazon. There
I almost bought one of those.
Cushions, bags, a whole bunch of different various clothing items. And essentially,
before I buy a shirt, I want to make sure it's a good one.
None of these products actually...
That's good, but I want real good. I want premium quality Smiling Friends
existed until you bought them. These work in a similar way to places like Redbubble or Spreadshirt, where once someone orders a product, it gets printed and shipped out, rather than thousands of the product being printed and just being in stock. This logically makes sense to do for the first piece of merchandise for a new series.
Honestly, it makes sense for almost every piece of merch online.
Think about it. Because there's no risk here, really. Since it's a new show, there's no way of knowing how well the products are going to sell, and so doing it like this would mean if they don't sell well, then you're not left with a bunch of unsold stock. And if they do sell well, then that's great. Now you can make more merch in future, because you know it will sell. 2022 would also see the Adult Swim Festival 2022, which gave us this exclusive Smiling Friends Go to Brazil poster.
Hell yeah, bro! Come on. The glimpse of Brazil we never got. Mr. Boss in the background. I've never seen this poster. And Pim just dried out.
On top of this, we actually got a physical release for the first season of the show.
I have that.
August 29th, 2023. Onto Blu-ray and DVD.
We still don't have season 2. On Blu-ray.
These sets contained all 9 Season 1 episodes, quote-unquote, uncensored, but we'll get into that, as well as having a commentary by Zach Hadel and Michael Cusack for each episode.
I listened to a little bit.
Now, the box for the set labels it as being uncensored. However, this is only partly true, because for whatever reason, episodes 1, 8, and 9 are still censored here. Now, in episode 1's case, this sort of makes sense. No actual uncensored version of episode 1 has ever been released, and potentially doesn't exist, because I'd imagine if it did exist, they'd have already released it. But then again, I guess somewhere it has to exist, because I can't imagine they'd have originally made the whole thing censored. Either way, it makes sense to still be censored here.
You could just easily put a bleep or whatever later. I don't know why the fuck.
Since it is everywhere else. But what doesn't make sense is episodes 8 and 9 being censored, since these two definitely exist uncensored. Now, I don't know what happened here. I guess whoever was in charge of making this accidentally dragged the censored cut of these two onto the disc instead of the uncensored cut. And then then only realised once it was too late. But like, it says it's uncensored on the box.
There's motherfucker. That's not even a sticker, too. I'm pretty sure that's a fucking printed right on that bitch, too. Wait, is it a sticker? No, it might be a sticker, actually.
Box. And like a third of it is censored. Can you...
It's got good art, though. Look at that. That's good art. I like that.
Can you just do that? Also, if you're curious, I checked the commentary, and the audio from the episode that you can hear in the background still appears to be censored on that. Anyway, also, the episodes on this release are available in English, Spanish, and French. And as of right now, it's the only season available on physical media.
Well, I don't know why.
But I'm hoping that changes sometime soon. Now that...
I mean, Season 2 should be coming soon, right? Come on. Season 2 and then Season 3. We got Season 4 probably coming beginning of 2027.
Includes the merge from the Season 1 era of the show. Season 2 was first shown on April 1st, 2024, and later officially premiered on May 13th, 2024. And shortly after this...
That might be... I don't know. I think that might be my favorite episode of Smiling Friends. The fucking Mr. President, Mr. Frog episode. I don't know.
Season ended. Adult Swim's pirate party on the Green event was held at San Diego Comic-Con 2024 from July 25th to July 28th.
Hey, that was my
At
birthday.
this event, there were many Smiling Friends things present. Like they had this Mr. Frog game. And there was even exclusive pieces of merch you could get. They had a Mr. Frog pin, and most notably, the Glep plushie, which first appeared
there
here.
it is.
It's a little plush version of Glep, and it's the
Fuck, I want that.
first official plush for the series. This little
Official,
guy was popular. Many fans wanted to own him, which led to resale prices of the exclusive plushie being quite
wow.
high. Actually really high.
That's like half of someone's rent right there.
Because of this demand, on November 28th, 2024, the Glep plush was announced to be available to buy on Amazon and given a release date of 1 PM the following day. However, this Glep plush is actually slightly different to the San Diego Comic-Con Glep plush.
Oh, yeah, he looks less fucked up.
The original version has a thinner and longer mouth part than the new one, and his mouth itself looked smaller. Also, the eye on the old one took up more of his head, and his arms used to be longer. Essentially, they just tweaked the design a little bit,
made him look more like
slightly before its official release. Now, this was
I want it with the chain.
The only Glep plushie released this day, as there were actually two variants, with the other one being Glep in a Santa hat. Now, 2025 is where things get interesting, because it's when someone at Adult Swim realised the true potential there was in merchandising this show, and thus a lot more merch actually began to exist. In early July of 2025, a few Smiling Friends shirts began appearing.
I see this everywhere.
Topic. We have the pin.
I'm pretty sure I was at Walmart. I went to recently.
Front-facing Smiling Friends and other.
Oh, I hate the front-facing. I'll never buy that one.
And since then, more and more pieces of Smiling Friends clothing have been rolled out on Hot Topic, like the Mr. Frog shirt. This really cool Smiling Friends sweater
I eat the bug.
have been rolled out on Hot Topic, like the Mr.
I kinda want that one. I ate the bug. This is the end. I love you.
Frog shirt, this really cool Smiling Friends sweater, the Smiling Friends large pants, and a whole bunch of other clothing items. But that's not all we got this year, because San Diego Comic-Con blessed us with a lot of exclusive stuff.
Oh, yeah?
We now have a Glep pin and a stress ball modelled after the
that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Like, I thought had existed way before this.
Yeah, it shouldn't have existed. Like, that just should be the first thing that came out.
I thought it was a SDCC 2024 thing, but the only source of info about this stuff, the Smiling Friends fandom wiki, lists it as an SDCC 2025 thing. However, of course, fandom...
Wiki could be wrong? No way.
Wiki's aren't exactly the best source, so I went to try find out some info myself. I searched for Smiling Friends Stress Ball and then filtered by results from before 2025 only, and shockingly, actually nothing showed up. But I could have sworn these have existed for a while, so the next thing I did was check...
Maybe you just thought so, because it looks like one of those like regular smiling ball ones. You know, like a regular smiling ball. Like, I think you actually see them there. Yeah, they're right there, see? These guys.
Thing showed up, but I could have sworn these have existed for a while, so the next thing I did was check old eBay listings. Now, eBay listings, when finished, will actually eventually disappear from the site after 90 days. However, you can still find these listings
as sexy woman like me
viewable on watchcount.com, and searching for results for a Smiling Friends stress ball yields nothing from before 2025. So, like, even though I could have sworn these have been around a while,
well, you're
I guess
in the
they
Mandela,
did actually come out for you're in the I mean, I never even mentioned that in my Iceberg video I released in January of this year, so
that's jumped over.
There's also a Smiling Friends logo pin too. Anyway, the most notable thing to come out of SDCC were the Smiling Friends vinyl figures.
Hell yeah! Oh my god, that Alan looks terrifying. What the fuck? He looks like a snake, man.
That's a little version.
I don't want that. That's a little version of me.
Of me, Alan.
Yeah, Alan.
I want you to have it.
I want you to have it. I don't want this.
There was Charlie, him.
Mr. Boss's face, he said he didn't want this. He's like,
Alan, who was on his knees like when he was looking for his cheese, which I'm guessing was
Looking for
probably
my
done
cheese.
because his legs would be too thin for him to actually be able to
Right.
stand up without
Oh, yeah,
falling
yeah.
over.
That makes
Mr.
sense.
Boss and Glep, who was sleeping on his beanbag. Now,
Oh, yeah.
the way you could acquire these was by visiting the
you
Smiling
have to find Zach and then get on your knees and... Well, I don't want to say the
Friends
rest.
section, where they had a replica of the office with a life-size Pim and Charlie in it, which are, interestingly,
I did see these.
same as
They're
the vinyl
same, yeah,
figures,
yeah, yeah.
only big, and you can get a picture with them. And then
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
have the
saw this video.
opportunity to
They said, like, something about, like, isn't this the same clip where they said, like, or you can just watch it on Pirate Bay or whatever. Just watch Twilight Friends. You should actually watch it bootlegged.
spin this wheel and win either a figure or a pin or this ball. And there's actually seemingly multiple variants of this wheel. There's one which has the ball, the Glep and Mr. Frog pins, the complete vinyl set, and the Mr. Boss figure, which appeared at New York Comic Con 2025 in October. And then there's one that has all the other figures too, which was seen at the Smiling Friends pop-up in Brooklyn from November 21st to 23rd, 2025, where there was a giant inflatable version of the Smiling Friends headquarters you could actually go inside. Cool.
Yeah, I heard
also,
about that too.
interestingly, there's seemingly a display for the figures with the office on it, so you
that's
can
cool.
display them in there, which is cool. I don't know where you get this. It's not on the wheel,
Yeah,
so
what
I
the
assume you
fuck?
just get it at the event for free. Because, I mean, it's just a box.
It's
now,
just,
as
it's
of
just half a box.
right now, these figures have never been made widely available,
So they're expensive.
still only being exclusive to events. However, hopefully a
Let
similar
me go to the $100 each.
thing happens here
Fucking
to what happened
cocksuckers.
with the Glep plushie from last year, where it first appeared
Yeah,
as
it'll
DCC, then later
It'll
became
come.
available for purchase.
It'll
And that is all
come.
the Smiling Friends merch currently. But what does the future hold?
Hey,
Well,
Squim!
firstly, hopefully someday
Make a
we'll
Squim.
get a
I saw
physical
people 3D print Squim, and he looks awesome.
release
Oh yeah,
of
the fucking neighbor. Like, let's hang out, bro. Smoke weed and play Burnout Revenge on
Seasons 2 and
PS2.
3. Season 3 isn't even available in the UK yet, by the way. You
What?
can't even buy the thing digitally. I've
Wow, that's fucked up. Really?
literally only seen Season 3 because people keep posting entire episodes to Twitter. Zach
I'm glad you said Twitter.
and Michael weren't lying when they said you could watch the full
You can, yeah. A lot. Yeah, there you go. You can just watch. Yeah, there you go.
thing on Twitter.
Just watch it up
Oh,
on like Twitter. They usually upload full clips, if not the full episode.
That's how I watch it. I watch it all on
That's how I watch it.
Yeah, go on X, the everything app.
I want to give you
Yeah,
money. Why wouldn't you let me? Oh yeah, I made a joke
so funny. It's true.
about GameStop earlier. If I've never been to GameStop, they don't have them in the UK. But anyway, it is possible.
Yeah,
for
don't
these
you?
to
You
get-
guys have like I don't know, Crumpet Stop or something. What the fuck is it called? Don't they have like Game? Is that what it's called? It's called Game. I thought it's not that. That's GameStop. That's their version of GameStop, or their equivalent.
a release because I mean,
I think it's just
season
called
one
Game, unless that's a different country. That might be a different country.
got a release about a year after the Brazil special, and Rick and Morty Season 8 released onto DVD and Blu-ray on November 10th, 2025. So Adult Swim
Wow, what
is
a
still
treat.
making physical releases. Also,
What a treat!
there's good news for
Wait, why'd you reverse it? Oh my god!
As
Mr. Mo-
Youtooz has been teasing Smiling Friends
Ooh.
products. Youtooz is a company which makes plushes and vinyl figures
Yeah.
for various other
And they're so expensive too.
properties, and also sometimes content creators. On October 23rd, 2025, Youtooz tweeted stating, "Pim is coming," with an image of a Youtooz model of Pim attached, and also someone
Pim is
responded to this
coming.
tweet and asked if there'll be a plush too, to which Youtooz stated, "Yes, and Mr. Frog too," meaning we will be
Let's
getting
go!
a Pim figure and plush,
And Mr.
a
Frog.
Mr. Frog plush.
Mr. Frog.
And the Mr. Frog plush would actually be shown later on November 11th, 2025, when they tweeted a picture of it with the caption, "And now a word from our new CEO." Now, this is all that's been
Hello.
revealed thus far. However, I mean, if they're going to make a
Oh my god, that'd be so great if they made a fucking Gwimbly like in the style of like just what Gwimbly looks like, but just make a figure. You know how like Square Enix did those like Final Fantasy figures before the 7 remake came out, but they look like the original character models. They need to do that for Gwimbly. Put his dad in there too.
Pim
Fuck.
plush and
That's his
figure,
dad,
you'd
right?
imagine they'd also be making...
Or was that no, that was his old partner, right? Yeah, I think that was his old partner in the game.
...the Smiling Friends. I don't know why they just released Pim instead of Pim, Alan, Charlie, Glep, and Mr. Boss.
Because
And we already...
fuck you.
You know, they're doing side characters like Mr. Frog, so I'd have to guess they will probably do all 5 of them. But as of right now, this is
We'll
all
see.
the info we actually have about the
I think Pim and Charlie will be The first two, and then maybe later on they'll do Alan, Mr. Boss, and
This
Glep.
concludes the look into Smiling Friends merch. I'm guessing that in the next few years we'll see a lot more of it. Anyway, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe.
I want him. I want him as a figure.
So hype the video.
I want a Dust version too.
Yeah. Also, shout out to
I love you can make him get dusty.
WEQFR23FWQR12, who is a Don't Buy This tier member. And goodbye.
Oh, cool. He frames you up, puts you on the shelf. I wish I got framed up and put on the shelf. Someone come over here and frame me. Anyway. All right. Anyway, that was fun to watch. Shout out to Oscar Byrne. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of bootleg figures and stuff. And shirts, too, you can get. Well, I don't know about bootleg figures, but I know there's plenty of bootleg plushes you can get. So, you can go do that. I'm sure Zach would love if you did that. Zach and Michael would love that. Anyway, that's it. Great stuff. Bye.